Hi, hi. Hi, 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 hi. Hello. Hello, people. Here, woo. Here, woo. Hi, hi. Why are the ads coming when I already ran them? Anyways, hi. Hi. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Rabbit, hello, Rabbit. Good evening. How is Boxing Day? Hi, Zon Kelvin. Hi. Welcome. Welcome. How is how is Boxing Day? You know, the day where everyone puts on, you know, their boxing gloves, and then they find the nearest person. They look at that person and they are like, I'm gonna punch the living daylights out of you, and you're like, okay, fine by me, let's go. And then you kind of box the hell out of each other. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what like Boxing Day means, at least. Like any other day. Yeah, I guess so. You know, you gotta keep some boxing gloves with you. For times like this. Yeah, for times like this. Hi, Caesar. Hello. Hello. Hola. 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 Today, I was wondering whether I should stream, but then I remembered that this weekend I'll be very busy because I'll be personally at the convention where I will not only be performing, I will also be there to sell physical merch as well. So, scissors, paper, stone. Scissors, paper, stone. I guess that decides who gets to go first. Sorry, Caesar, I don't speak Espanol, so I won't be able to reply even if I try. Yeah, but okay, you know what? Maybe I should just let the ad run. I hate this. Anyway, I don't know, like tomorrow I have a stream planned as well. I'm so sorry the schedule hasn't gone up because I spent the whole day today handling my merch. I was counting my merch, I was sorting my merch, I was putting them into different bags. I was checking the last of my stuff and everything, so that's like a lot of things to check. Yeah, a lot of things to check. So hi, Flaccid. Hello. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. It's gonna be more Ace Attorney. ちょっと待ってください. Let's see. I'm going to. Well, I have removed, according to Twitch regulations, I'm not supposed to show any icons on the chat, people. So there will be no icons in chat differentiating who is from where. So yeah, you know, I'm a law-abiding sheep. Therefore, I have made those changes. Okay. Okay, you know what? I have an incoming ad break that is coming. I was thinking of not snoozing it so that we can be free from all of that, like before I formally start the game. I don't want you guys to. I don't want your experience to be interrupted. But if they insist on running an ad, I have absolutely no choice. Hi, Zero. Hi, Zero. Hello. Sorry, not speak English. Hi, Caesar. No problem. I'm sorry. You may not be able to speak English well, but I cannot speak Espanol at all. So that makes you a bit better than me, okay? I'm so sorry. I cannot be the Espanol speaking streamer, but I hope you enjoy your time here. And if that's a deal breaker for you, feel free to find another streamer. No hard feelings, okay? Yeah, Sarah, I'm doing okay, I guess. I had a busy day today because I was sorting all of my merch. I was counting all of my merch. I realized I over-ordered some of my merch, so I will just have to check if... We'll see how this goes. If I still have quite a few leftovers, I may... This is just a big may, okay? I may have to resort to like selling overseas, but that is for next year, okay? That is literally for next year. I will not be thinking about it until after the event is over. Excuse me. I should honestly be what you call it? I should really be practicing my singing, okay? I shouldn't be streaming the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles and be like, yeah, let's look at how my definitely straight boys are doing. No. I'm supposed to be practicing my singing. I'm supposed to be singing like I'm supposed to be training my vocals, okay? But instead, I'm here being like, TGAA boys go bird. Stream the practice. You know, you have a great point. Maybe I should stream the practice, but it's just the same. I see. Adios. Adios, Caesar. I hope to see you around sometime, but if not, no hard feelings, okay? I hope you find a streamer that suits you, okay? Yeah, but Rabbit, that's gonna be so boring. You just hear me... Because I'm like half rehearsed. So like, you just hear me sing this part, and then you hear me sing the same part 20 times. Like... I will sing the same part 20 times, okay? I can and I will. Hi, Cookie-kun. Hello. Hello. Welcome to my stream. Welcome, people. Welcome in. As Ace Attorney, you cannot not play it. But the singing stream is also pretty good. I mean, normally my singing streams are pretty solid. Like, I like to come in with a set list that I know I can sing well. But then when it comes to practicing, I've never practiced in front of people before, so it's like nervous. Which always do that. But I don't sing the same part 20 times on stream, you know? Like literally, you just hear me. I mean, I don't mind giving away my set list for the performance, because it's not like it's a huge secret or anything. You guys still don't know it because I never said it, but like... We'll see. If I'm in a great mood, I'll do it, okay? So ads will start in approximately 10 seconds for those of you who are currently not subscribed to me. I want to wait for that to get out of the way, and then we will launch it first into the Great Ace Attorney. Yeah! Okay, right now? Yeah. Yeah, but we didn't see anything big. Yeah, I didn't see anything because like I didn't what did I say? Because I didn't tell you guys what I'm going to sing. Yeah, I will be singing 2 songs. Okay, I'll be singing 2 songs, and we'll see if I can stream on Thursday. But we'll see how this goes. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Lamal, I put my own display is like has no icons, but the display on stream has icons. Give me a moment. Wait, give me a moment. There we go. That should solve the problem. Hi, Ineta. Hello. Oh my gosh. Why aren't your messages showing on... Why aren't your messages showing on my layout? This is interesting. Yeah, but I'm doing good. Good morning. I hope you're doing well as well. Yeah, and welcome to Shibdom, Caesar. Welcome. Thank you for joining, even though we may have a bit of a problem with communication, but I'm sure we can work something out, okay? I'm sure you can work something out, okay? Alright then. Oh my gosh, the ad break just started! It just started! How long do I have to wait? Well, you guys have to listen to me talk for a bit more. Yeah, so... I actually may have overprinted a bit of merch. So that's not very nice, but yeah. Well, Zeroverse, is it? I'll buy all your merch overseas. I'm gonna hold you to that promise, okay? Whatever I put on sale, you'll have to buy, okay? If not, I'll be like, you broke your promise to me. You have to buy everything. You have to buy everything from my online store. Because for all of these merch, I personally commissioned and coordinated everything for each of the merch. So for real, like that one is really. Caesar, once more, I'm so sorry. I do not understand Espanol. Please keep all messages to English. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, and I also have a life-size standee that I'm still figuring out how to auction off. Okay, I will have like I will have my life-size standee. I will have to figure out a system to auction that shit off because that was expensive. The standee was expensive. Oh my god. 20 sets of everything. Let me throw my money. I don't think I have 20 sets of everything. Holy shit. You're just joking. You'll be like, I'll buy 20 sets of everything. And then you know what? You're gonna buy one keychain. Huh. I bet you're gonna buy one keychain only, okay? Yeah, anyway. Hi, Ineta. I know you're coming in from YouTube, so I hope the viewing experience is okay there. But if not, I'm sorry. I can't really I can't really do anything there. But yeah, we should really begin. And hi, Tortilla. Thank you for joining the Shibdom. I haven't even started the game yet, but apparently you think that I am worthy of the follow, so thank you very much. Let us actually start the game that you are all here for. Don't have to call me out like that. It will be 2 keychains minimum. See, I knew it. Buying 20 sets of everything, huh? Do you take me for a fool? Do you think I will actually believe that, huh? Yeah, but 2 keychains would be wonderful because just nice I have 2 designs. So wait, I have 2 acrylic designs and 1 Dakimakura keychain design, so you have to buy at least 3. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. It's just like that, okay? As Tortilla, I hope you enjoy whatever I'm going to start because I have no idea what I'm going to start, okay? We finished the trial, the beginning trial, like previously, on Christmas. So we will be continuing on with the next one, which is not Select Adventure. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Load game. So we are going to go on to the adventure of the unbreakable Speckled Band, and I'm going to ignore the silhouette of whoever is in this banner because I don't know who the hell that is, huh? Saw you do Sherry's post of VOI anything. I see. Okay, wonderful. I'm very thankful to Sherry for being so supportive. Okay, we VPeto girls have to take care of each other. Yeah, so not only am I a featured performer, our booth is also featured. VPeto is a featured booth. So it will make us really happy if those of you who will be around at the event can come by and, see us. Yeah, let's go. Okay? And now, let us begin episode 2, The Adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band Investigation, Part 1. Let's go. Thank you for the hit pad. Thank you. Let's go. Today I warmed up my voice, so let's see if it will last any longer. Ooh, The Adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band, episode 2. Let's go. In a corner of the small dark room, Sholmes and I waited with bated breath. In time, there came from the ventilator a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound. Suddenly, Sholmes sprang into action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness. "You see it, Wilson?" he yelled, his tense voice reverberating through the air. I raised my dark lantern's shutter, and the room slowly came into view. Sholmes was staring intently at one particular corner when he started whispering to me. The victim's most perplexing final words, the Speckled Band. I believe this is the terrible coil to which he referred, Wilson. Otto-san. In front of us was an enormous adder, its fangs bared as it threatened to strike. It truly was the most terrible Speckled Band I had ever seen. Yeah, that was quite a twist when I first read it. 9th January, 6:37 AM, on board the steamship Buria. Buria? Buria. That's unraveled. I'm... 扉は内側から缶抜きがかかっていた。缶抜きに細工された痕跡はない。犯行の際、この現場は完全な密室状態だったわけだ。被害者は死の間際にメッセージを残したようだ。
ここに落ちているインクを使って書いたと考える。
Mm-hmm.
ロシア語。どうやら被害者はロシア人ということだ。文字に全く乱れは感じられない。被害者は相当意志が強かったのだろう。見たことのない妙な文字だな。筆跡はこのメッセージとは明らかに違う。いや、これはむしろ人種が違うと断言してもいいかもしれない。
Oh, what an interesting gun.
札を貼ったのは犯行時間の直前。被害者自身だったようだな。
ほう。
これは。
一体貴様は何なんだ。好き勝手しやがって。
そうです。海洋警察が到着するまで現場に手を触れず待つべきだ。
その必要はない。どうやら今から5秒以内に諸君を犯人に紹介できそう
だ。バカを言うな。殺人現場だぞ。しかも奇怪な密室殺人だ。
それでは密室の謎、その封印を解くとしましょうか。
まさかその中に犯人が。
Isn't there?
一体君は何者なの？
Isn't that the inspector
大
guy?
英帝国が誇る世界の名探偵なのです。シャーロック・ホームズ。知らないとか？
Sherlock Holmes, you! Hi Sayak, hi Wolf, hello. Hi Wolf Warrior, hello. Oh my gosh, I just... Please don't tell me Ryunosuke is the one hidden inside. I will cry. That would be the funniest shit ever. Looks don't, no way. Oh my god, no way. If Ryunosuke is the one inside, I'll be laughing my ass off. I'm so sorry. Yeah, but anyway. I can't believe we have to meet Sherlock Holmes. If Kiko's watching this right now, she's going to report the inconsistency, and inconsistency is going to come in and be like, how dare you? Did Kazuma die yet? Kazuma's not dying. What are you talking about? Get out of here with the spoilers. Shoo. Ugh, he's not dead. What are you talking about? Jesus, Kazuma's not dead. What the... my head is dropping. What case is this? The second case. Look, not normal. I know I joke around a lot, but do not spoil, okay? Do not spoil. You can give me hints, but please do not spoil. Like, I take this pretty seriously, okay? I don't have to tell you that! What's going on? Something's not right here. There's trouble in the air. Don't tell me Ryunosuke picked up another gun from the floor. Honestly, if he picked up another gun, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. It just be what it be. You thought this was an investigation for the second case. I'm gonna pretend I didn't just hear what you say you're saying, okay? But if you spoil one more time, I'm gonna kick you out. I don't care, alright? Yes, anyways. Why would you think this investigation for the second case? How fast do you think I play? Literally, you saw me play. You saw me finish the first trial last night. What makes you think this is like the okay, this is the investigation part. This is the investigation part. Okay, it is the investigation part, but like, anyway, wait, I can't move. Gah! What the? Why am I in handcuffs? So, you wake up now, Who you? We had to drag you out of the wardrobe. It really is Ryunosuke in the wardrobe. It really is in the wardrobe. I was kidding. I was fucking kidding. I didn't think he would actually be in the wardrobe. do not believe how you could not wake up. You are a true cold-blooded man. You... You found me then. Da, we found you. And now you pay, criminal. How long are you hiding in that tiny wardrobe, sorry. Hi girls of the Cursed Night, Merry Christmas to everyone here, especially you, and medium milk tea, 50% sugar, less ice at pros. Thank you very much, thank you very much. I would bring him out, but he would block the screen, so... Are you playing after finishing both games? No idea. Criminal, yeah, he goes criminal. Criminal. Now you have been found, it is time to admit your crimes. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is, Hi, Slinky. No, I'll tell you everything! There's only one thing I'd like to know from you. Huh? Isn't that... Why did you do it? Why did you take his life? Ooh, Susato. Hello. Miss Susato. Wait. What did you just say? Take his life? The Holmes? Where is he? Where's Kazuma? Wait! Ha! You pretend you do not know? You're a wolf in the sheep's pelt. You're the killer. Do not try to make excuses. Bro, is Kazuma the Mia in this game? What is this? What? Ah! What? Kazuma-sama's body was discovered not long ago. Jesus, what? Here, in this very cabin, that was bolted shut from the inside. I thought the floating headband man was immortal. I thought so too. His body? Not normal. You ruined it. God damn it. Please. Do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep. Kazuma's dead? But he can't be. And these handcuffs. Surely you don't think I have to know. Why did you take Kazuma-sama's life? Answer me, please. Dude, that's his best friend! No! No! That's me. Kazuma? It was just 2 short weeks ago? Are you sure about this? Won't we get in trouble? Don't you find it fun being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you come to England with me to study? It was really something else when they brought your luggage in here earlier, though. The way that Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case onto the floor. I thought I was going to die. You're a stowaway. Kazuma's dead. Now how did Edgeworth exist then? Hi, Soggy Star. No idea. Who knows? Top 5 anime betrayal. I don't know how. What's going on? Yes, I still can't quite believe that. I really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. You must be even less of a man than you look. Hey, shut up, Kazuma! You're supposed to be dead! Hey! Honestly, I thought I'd broken every bone in my body. Well, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. Ooh, that's really long. But if you confine yourself to my cabin here, I don't expect anyone will discover you. I hope not. I get a feeling those Russians wouldn't be very forgiving of a stowaway. Because someone had superpowers, he had to power Windy Pantana, we're all inside. Hi, Jokowi, hello. They're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure. He basically smuggled his boyfriend onto the ship. Oh my god. What I want to know is, why do we need to keep it a secret from the young lady? From our faithful judicial assistant, Mikotoba, you mean? Ikko. Kazuma's dead! Kazuma's dead! He's dead! Yeah, anyway. From your close friend, more to the point. Surely we could confide in her, couldn't we? I don't believe she'll give me away. No, but if she knew what we'd done, that would make her guilty by association. He has a point. It's best that only you and I know about this. You just want to keep Ryunosuke all to yourself, Kazuma. 50 days going around the entire Indian subcontinent through the Mediterranean. That's really fast. It's a fast boat, I guess. It's really long. I understand it's long. Yeah, I understand it's long. It just be... I suppose so. Anyway, it's about the time that the steward is supposed to come and clean the cabin. I know it's cramped, but you better get in there, I think. It won't be for long. I want Kazuma back. Kazuma! And anyway, compared to hiding inside my traveling case, it'll be a breeze. Yes, but what if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be in for it. Stop worrying. I tell you what, why don't you write "keep out" or something on this piece of paper? What? Then I can stick it over the wardrobe doors once you're inside. I don't know. We've only been at sea for about 15 days. How can this have happened? We were supposed to be going on this adventure to England together! We'll leave you at Nick's port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murderer! No, I'm not a murderer! Gah! You said before. You said you admit everything about your crimes. No, that's not right! I mean, yes, I did stow away on this ship, but... murdering my best friend? No one else could have done it. Admit the truth. Susato-san? Please, tell me what happened. I need to know. Very well. What's a sheep? It's just short for Shiba. But there is something I would like to ask of you too. Those eyes. She looks like she's ready to destroy me. This nightmare is getting worse by the minute. My nightmare is already here. I suppose all I can do is try to find out what really happened. He really has been killed, hasn't he? This isn't just a bad dream? And these handcuffs, they think I did it? They think I'm Kazuma's killer? When they found him, the cabin was locked from the inside. Oh boy. What do you mean? There's no access to the cabin via a porthole window, and the bolt on the door can't be operated from outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprits couldn't have escaped these four walls. What? Or to put it another way, the culprit can only have been somebody inside this cabin. You know what I see up there? You see at the top left corner, there's a vent. I'm sure someone vented. But you know, it'd be like that. Or do you have some other explanation? Sus. Sus. This is impossible. How did he die then? What happened exactly? Are you still going to deny the charge? Even despite the circumstances? Hehe, vent. Yeah, he vented. I'm sure the actual culprit vented. Please, Susato-san, you have to tell me. The cause of death is still undetermined. They don't know how he died? The ship's doctor is examining the body, but of course he has no post-mortem analysis experience. I don't suppose we shall learn more until an expert has been consulted at our next port of call. So presumably that means there are no obvious external signs of injury then? You can Google what a Shiba is. That's true, yes? Can't anyone tell me what actually happened here in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma? Presumably that's something you know the answer to better than anyone. Lady, Kazuma literally saved his life. Why would he want to kill his best friend? Come on. Please. Whatever you say, you were here in the cabin after all. Well, yes, I was, but... He would always wake before dawn and do his training first thing in the morning. I was waiting outside his cabin as I have every day so far in this voyage. But this morning, he did not come. I could sense that he wouldn't. Does that mean he was already dead when Susato-san arrived at his cabin door, I wonder? They don't know how he died? Will we be getting an update to autopsy report too? Depends who's the prosecutor, I guess. Depends. I don't know who the prosecutor will be, but... he's likely gonna be a hot person, I bet. Yeah. Spain without the S. Spain but the S is silent! I knocked, but there was no reply. Then I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew. The crewman forced the cabin door open, and when we managed to get inside... there was Kazuma-sama. Kazuma-sama collapsed on the floor. You're in spin? Nice. And the white tape there now shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. I guess you could say the prosecutor is hot. Whether or not is that one it's that guy I see drinking wine or not, who knows? Yeah, anyway. I had no idea anything had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow. I wish it wasn't the case, but that's just very hard to believe. Hi, Kuro. Hello. Wait, he has purple blood? Maybe they're trying to censor it. This is all very hard to believe for me too, trust me. Now I've told you everything I know. So it's my turn to ask you a question. Yes, alright. Ugh, my head feels so heavy. It's still dropping like anything. Why are you even on board this ship, Naruhodo-san? You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you? Yes. I'm afraid that's true. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now, and I've been shut up in this cabin the entire time. I had no idea. But how could you have occupied Kazuma-sama's cabin for so long without him noticing? He knows! It's literally his idea! No, that would have been impossible, obviously. Yes, of course. Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together. The friendship between men. Friendship between men. Yeah, guys, I understand you're excited, guys, but refrain from talking about other people streaming in my chat, okay? Okay, it's in the chat rules, please. He actually asked you? But why? Prosecutor is cool? I look forward to it. I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself. I don't understand. Kazuma, why do you want this? What's the real reason? Why go to such extreme lengths to smuggle me to England with you? He's like, I'm gonna be lonely. And then he went like, come with me. It's like, come with me, Ryonosuke. Yeah, let's elope together. Probably, I don't know. Hi, Chamaranzo. Hello. Good evening. It's an idea that's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. I think I told you then, didn't I? That you ought to become a lawyer yourself. Well, yes, you did say that, but I didn't think you were serious. By the way, you speak Chinese? Yeah, I do. It's my second language. You obviously have to bring your boyfriend over. It's obvious. I know, right? You're gonna be so lonely if you don't. You know, so far from your homeland. Which character in the series do you think would be the best as a VTuber? Well, I just started this this game, but I feel like Susato would be the best as a VTuber because she's like no nonsense and so serious and hardworking. I think she'll be fine. But actually, all of them can become VTubers, I'm sure. I mean, coming with Kazuma seems like a good idea though. I would go with Kazuma. I will follow Kazuma. You have a talent for it. I can assure you of that. But I've never really thought about becoming a lawyer. Including Ace Attorney? If you include Ace Attorney, I just find everyone is a valid candidate, actually. Sarah, I just literally choked on hydrating. Okay, I'll do it. I hydrated again. But I've never really thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is at the spearhead of cultural development, the center of the world in many ways. You choke on hydrating. Yeah, I did. There can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can there? Well, no, definitely not. But on a personal level, if you were to become a lawyer, then... Eh? Then what? Nothing. Forget it. Kazuma, there's something you're not letting us know. Kazuma-sama is... He was always saying the same thing. That he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought that he could do that with you. The friendship between men. The friendship between men. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I love it. The friendship between men. London being the head of cultural development is something I never expected to read in a sentence. Back then they really were like taking over the whole world though. Like during the time this particular series is set. Yeah. I still like Victorian outfit. The outfits are really nice, but you know, hi Nutbutter, hello, welcome. Yes, maybe. But something's still bothering me a little. What's bothering you? I'm pretty sure everything's bothering you. You know, like your best friend's death? Welcome to the Shibdoms with me. Welcome. Hi. Hi. Welcome. The look in his eyes. Then... Can I ask you a weird question? It depends. If it's too weird, you may or may not get banned, okay? You may or may not get banned. It was darker than I'd ever seen it before. He has troubles. Susato-san? I'm sorry that we kept it a secret from you. My stowing away on this ship, I mean. It's something sexual, but I don't know if it's too weird. If you have to ask, it probably is too weird. If I know Kazuma-sama, I expect he was trying to protect me. To avoid me becoming guilty by association. That's exactly right, yes! Word perfect, in fact. If you're not the culprit, then tell me. What happened last night here in this cabin? Well, the thing is, I don't really remember. Kazuma brought me something to eat, just like he always did. Okay. And then I got myself into that wardrobe over there, just like I always did. After that, I... fell asleep? Well, yes. So deeply that you didn't even stir when Kazuma-sama was killed? I'm pretty sure he's been drugged, okay? Just saying. Well, yes. Susato look at him like, you useless person. It's like, you useless person. The last time I catch Justin, this was like, no, it's okay, you can catch the ball. Where? I'll see if I'll be able to do an occasional like afternoon stream. Okay, I'll see if I can. Where? I know it sounds unbelievable. Really, I do, but it's the truth. If only I woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. Like some friend you are now. Then stage plays. I've only seen the old ones. I think they're pretty okay, but they could use some definitely straight songs, you know? They could use some songs, just saying. And for some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything. Really? Is something wrong? Oh, no, it's... Please forget it. Susato-san, you have to believe me. I didn't do it. I really don't want to doubt you. But the trouble is, there is no one else who could possibly have done this. Kazuma, I don't understand. Why? Why did this have to happen? I can't take this. And don't try to go anywhere. You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen. I'm sorry, but Kazuma was killed right under my nose here, and I didn't do anything to stop it. And now I'm supposed to just sit around? My hands tied while whoever did this walks free? No, I can't allow that to happen. Well, what do you propose to do then? I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here. I'm going to work out who took Kazuma's life and how and why they did it. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to excuse me. Yeah! Ouch! What the? That was a Susato takedown. She's... Sato what? What martial art form is that? I'm going to need you to prove it. Sorry, prove it? Yes, your innocence. I need evidence. But how am I supposed to? Have you forgotten already? What you achieved just a few weeks ago? You successfully defended yourself in a court of law. Ah, I see. She's expecting me to present some conclusive evidence. Do we already have conclusive evidence? Wait, I can inspect it, right? This is the paper seal I wrote for a wardrobe. I remember really working hard to make it. I'll never forget how Kazuma reacted. Do you expect the Russian crew to be able to read that? He said. Still, I was sure people would get the idea even if they couldn't read it, so we used it anyway. And it worked. I don't know if the crew thought it was creepy or what, but no one opened the doors. Akeruna. Akeruna. Okay. Adhesive. You can see the remnants of the glue we used to stick this over the wardrobe doors. Although it wasn't proper glue, of course, we didn't have any of that with us. So I pulverized some rice into a paste to use instead. Seriously? But to a stowaway like me, every single grain of rice represents precious rations. That's why I spread it as thinly as I possibly could. I couldn't bear to waste any. Okay. Okay. Wait, I can inspect this? I can inspect it! Fudge! I can inspect the bed! I can inspect the bed! This is the first time I have inspected the bed. Why if they just didn't want to open the wardrobe out of respect of privacy? Maybe. Imperial. Ah, the symbol of Yume University. Every student wears this pin with pride. It's funny, but most emblems seem to be either round or rectangular. I like this spike design, even though it doesn't really make any sense. Although it does cause problems, lots of students end up cutting their fingers on their badges. Oof. He at least cooked the rice before pulverizing it. I don't think he cooks the rice. I'm sure the rice comes cooked. Perhaps it was the idea of one of the founders. A sharp pin for a sharp mind or something? My personal student number is engraved on the back here. 901. If you lose your pin, they won't accept you as a Yume student at the university. You may not come in! You may not come You may not come in! Oh! This stupid pun! This is the worst pun I've... This is both the worst and the best pun I've seen this whole game! You may not come in this... Just end me, that's it, that's the pun to end all puns. Tons of damage. I'm dead. There's more to come. Oh god. Of course you can get a new pin made if you can just tell them your number. I've actually lost mine twice already, but I still don't know my student number by heart. Sir, it's just 901! It's just 901! You can't remember it! I always say to myself, I mustn't forget to write it down somewhere. But then I forget not to forget that. Ryunosuke, please. Okay, so like, I mean, this seems to be a general area. So we've already inspected everything. Like, that's all the evidence we have. I have to get Susato-san to believe me. If you want to ask, you would have asked it by now. I'm not guilty of this awful crime. I only have this one! Tell me, when was I discovered? When I was discovered in the wardrobe before. Was this piece of paper stuck over the doors? Yes, it was. I remember clearly. I thought so. Kazuma always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there. Just in case the cabin steward or another crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well. Ah! Hi Samson, Drew just got here. Why is she upside down? Because she flipped this man over. I don't know your opinion about what the hell is that word. I'm afraid to say it. What the hell is even that word? What? I have no idea what that word is. What? Well, I'm afraid I can't answer your question because I don't know what that word is. The gentleman who discovered you peeled that sign from the wardrobe doors before he opened them. But if I were truly the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of the doors on my own. Yes, that's quite true. In other words, can you imagine? He's talking about this and he's presenting evidence while like upside down looking at her and he's like... So basically I couldn't have done that and she's just staring down at him. In other words, it's impossible that I killed Kazuma. Well, even if you're sprawled hopelessly on the floor... And whose fault is that? I can see why Kazuma-sama thought so highly of you. Presenting his evidence like that is such an alpha move. I know, right? He's like, bleh, and he's still presenting evidence. Thank you, Susato-san. Now, do you think perhaps you could help me up? He's looking at her. Well, I'm not gonna read that, but I understand now. I see. I think it's wonderful if you're willing to do it, but if you're asking if I'm willing to do it, absolutely not. Yeah, that's what I would say. Hi, Nex. Hello. Well, in light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating in here, at least. Thank you! So you finally believe me? I'm sorry, no. What? I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you use some sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back in position. What does she think I am, a magician? I mean, you are a lawyer, and that's technically the same thing. Like, you know, guys, aren't lawyers like magicians anyway? For now, I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. She reads too much novels, Lamau. I make tribute to real life pics, I see. Interesting. Well, that's not happening with me, especially since I'm a VTuber. I won't do that. I'll do the same. Alright, let's get to work, Susato-san. Please don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts. Oh. Like making my money poof kind of magician? All lawyers are good at making your money poof. They just be like, a poof anyway, that's like how much per hour. I shall be watching you to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want you using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example. Who do you think he is? Right. Oh, just something eclipses. What the hell is that? Well, anyway, I should make a start investigating in here. Examine everything I can. Kazuma, I swear, I will avenge your death. Let's see, examine. I don't think I can move, but like, okay, what is that? These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Buria. It's essentially a list of requests from the captain to all passengers on board. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Okay. This will come in important later. What? Why are you staring at me? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? this just in today. Naruhodo Ryonosuke is a pet. I mean, a pet, right? He's a pet. Yeah, I think he's a pet. Might not both. True. I can't decide. Well, one thing's for sure. Either way, I wasn't supposed to be in here. Let's continue. Oh dear, that won't do. Oh, what's the matter, Susato-san? Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused I forget to look around properly. Ah, yes, that's not good. I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard, are you, Naruhodo-san? Oh god. I'm sure you're careful to look all around using the arrow keys, aren't you? Yes, I was about to do that. Yeah, definitely. Now let's investigate all corners of this cabin. Okay, yes, let's do that. I suppose my field of vision has been rather small until now. The books have fallen over on the shelf. Look, they've all toppled the same way. And what's this? A statue of some god of the sea? Though he's fallen over as well. Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked and everything mown down at once. I wonder if... perhaps it was Kazuma-sama doing his morning sword training, do you think? You're not supposed to have dangerous objects on you! Kazuma, you mean you brought your sword knowing... Kazuma! Where because those triggers are not considered stress, nothing to do with the concept because avatars are not real. I don't really have much of a comment on that. No comment, but would not like that to happen to me though. Snadrak, hello. I seriously doubt it. Then perhaps it was you, Naruhodo-san, in a fit of rage. I wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess up a few books and a statue. Could the way these things have been thrown about have anything to do with the case, I wonder? Just keep it in mind, I guess. Well, I'll just set everything straight again. I don't like to see a mess. Do you find anything? Okay, that's nice. Don't fix the crime scene! Jesus. Let's start with this side. This guy. Hello, sir. Hello, uncle. Perhaps I should see what this Russian crewman makes of the scene of the crime. Made you question why you let him bring the katana on board. Because they saw his other sword and thought he was a bit too powerful, and they're like, sure, you can bring your other, less powerful sword with you on board, you know? It's not like we mind. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have been... No more questions about that. No more questions about that, Mimi. Excuse me? What? I was wondering how it's going, the investigation, I mean... Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes, but it is not true, I see. Sorry? The criminal asking investigator for information about his crime? Very funny. What? Oh, it wasn't supposed to be a joke. He doesn't appear to be laughing either. He's convinced you're guilty. So are you. You might have useful information though. I have to keep trying. So, last night, did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? Yeah, of course not. Now back to the corner of the room and make silent. I say no more to you. Fine. Welcome to Shibdom Rules. Welcome. Did I hit a nerve? Just for a minute there, he seemed a little flustered. He saw nothing. I don't think that's true. Oh, we got a scroll here. So Sato is a good example of getting good grade but lacking common sense. Kind of. Hi, Gunner. Hello. Seigi. the Japanese word for justice. The breaststrokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma. Straight and true, just like Kazuma. Straight. Straight and true, just like Kazuma. I cannot. Anyway, I screenshotted it. I'm sorry. This is the greatest joke ever. Anyway, your voice is great. That's all. Thank you. Yes, his calligraphy always was a reflection of his heart. Yet can you really look at those characters without feeling shame, knowing who drew them so thoughtfully? Of course I can. I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to? Straight high, I know, right? Even though you stowed away on this ship? Now you're going to bring that up, are you? I can't win. Happy not almost Christmas anymore, Roshalan. Yes, happy not almost Christmas. Happy post-Christmas. Let's see. Let's look at this thing. Yeah, if you're gonna do something while watching my stream, please, like, do not tell me what the hell. Like, please do not tell me what the... where are you guys coming from? Jesus. There's nothing on this table at all. The plate and cutlery are all over the floor for some reason. Yes, it's strange. And also, I do mind, so please do not do that. Yeah. Last night when I went to sleep, I'm sure everything was still. No, wait a minute. What is it? That's funny. I can't seem to remember anything about what happened after dinner at all. Were you drugged? I'm pretty sure you're drugged. Yeah, it's Boxing Day. Yeah, it's true, it's Boxing Day. So then perhaps you are responsible for what happened to Kazuma-sama? No! Jesus. Okay, now look at this, Titui. That's my dinner from last night, a roast chicken. It was really tasty. Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But, did you eat it on the floor here? I'm not a dog, Susato-san. I ate at the table, of course. Which begs the question of when and how the plate ended up on the floor. But Kazuma-sama didn't like chicken at all, did he? No, that's right. So he didn't touch it. He didn't eat chicken. He doesn't like chicken, okay? Which meant all the more for me. Oh no! Does that mean? Poor Kazuma-sama spent his last night on this earth with an empty belly? It's just too horrible. Why is it so funny? Oh. She really thinks he's a pet, doesn't she? She just sees him as an animal, I think. Look, now I suddenly have a guilty conscience and an achy stomach. I feel like that was the least of his concerns at the time. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is part of the mess. We haven't seen the katana yet. That's Kazuma-sama's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it. Yes, he was always saying that the Japanese man's katana is his soul. Oh well. I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on this trip. I suppose that shows just how important it was to him. And now he's gone. But I'm not ready to let his spirit go just yet. What the hell is this thing? What do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glassware. Whatever the thing was, it appears to have broken clean in two. The glass is such a beautiful color. It looks like a cute little netsuke fastener from a kimono outfit. I'm not sure that sounds like Kazuma. Kazuma secretly wearing a kimono? Unlikely. He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around with him. Would he? I already told you not to talk about it, so please, just like, please, leave my streams, please, okay? Please leave my streams, thank you. Jesus. I think that looks like one of those things that 1% pull over candles to put them out. Also, it is something to like, sorry. It's something to like put out candlelight. Maybe. Let's see. Interesting. And the mark beside it. What is it, I wonder? It has a sort of brick-like hue. Yes, you're right. It is the color of brick, isn't it? Brick-like hue. Interesting. Let me just casually see. The weirdos. Well, just watch yourself, because if you annoy me even more, I'm going to kick you off too, okay? Even though I don't see anything of the same color anywhere else in the cabin. Weird. This is the ink. There's nothing here. There's this silhouette. A candle snuffer? Oh, candle snuffer? Interesting. Did Kazuma write that before he died? It looks like it's written in ink. He must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor. What? Then I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage. Poor Kazuma-sama. No doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it. I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of a clue in his final moments, was he? I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing. I'm sorry. Sorry, partner, can't read shit. I don't think that's Japanese, Naruhodo-san. What? Then what language is it? It pains me to admit it, but I don't know. It's not a foreign script I'm familiar with. What does it mean, I wonder? Is it Russian? It's probably Russian. This I'll just go to the side. That's a very large traveling case, isn't it? Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me. Memories? What do you mean? Well, that's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case. Ah, yes, I see it says this way up. In Japanese. Which in hindsight, I should have realized the foreign crewman wouldn't be able to read. Ryunosuke's not the brightest bulb in the box, okay? He shines, but he's not the brightest. I was turned over and over and over, and then I was tossed on the floor in here. Oh dear, being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds. Well, it was less painful than a Susato takedown. Oh, Susato takedown just... She really like slammed him down. This is where dear Kazuma-sama would have sat whenever he was writing. London Diary. Poor Kazuma, he didn't even make it to his destination. It looks as though the last entry is incomplete. Which means, what? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened? Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue. Hi-ya! What the? That's out of the question! What? And despite what he thinks, despite that he thinks the no on the wardrobe will work, he's really not the brightest bulb in the box, okay? What? Kazuma-sama may have departed this world, but you must not read his private thoughts. But what if it's something important? Something relevant to the case? Alright, alright, I won't read it. What? Kazuma-sama. I don't like prying into people's personal matters either. But in this case, isn't the need for clues more important? Okay, so basically we can't read that shit. If not, she'll just slam us in. She'll really just slam us. Yeah. It's some 2 weeks since we set sail from Japan. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time, Naruhodo-san? I think living isn't quite the right description. Oh, no, I suppose not. Live in the wardrobe, guys. Although it must have been rather exciting making this voyage in your own secret hideout. The trouble was, I never knew when a member of the crew might come in. So yes, I did basically have to, quote-unquote, live in the wardrobe. And last night was no exception. But because of that, you had no idea what was happening out here in the cabin. No, sadly not. She's thinking how useless he is, isn't she? She must be thinking how useless he is. I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. It's a vent! I'm sure they vented! A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin. Isn't that a little odd? What do you mean? Well, this ventilator, if that's what it is, looks like it must connect to the next door cabin. Yes, it would appear to. You're right. That vent is sus. It is sus. One can only imagine the body ache. He must be like, oh, my back. But if its purpose is to allow fresh air into the room, surely it should be connected to the outside. That's true. Perhaps it's so that rain and spray don't find their way in when the seas are rough, or something like that. I suppose. Maybe that's it. Hey! 你从哪里来的? 你从哪里来的? Hey, where do you come from? What? Who's that? He wasn't there a minute ago. He wasn't there at all. Where did he come from? Hello? Excuse me, sir? As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be European. Is he gay or European? Da 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 da. I'm sorry, please ignore me. Oh, how did he? More importantly, that pose. Sexy pose. How did he? Sir? Sir, you've noticed the man too, have you? I have no idea who he is or how he got in here, but he looks suspicious. And tall. Suspiciously tall. Naruhodo-san, don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is? That makes both of us. I absolutely don't know who that guy is. Come on. I also don't know who that guy is. It's okay, Ryunosuke. I don't know. Well, no. I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. He doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. And he is investigating Kazuma's desk? Or is he just playing on it? I can't tell. Is he investigating? Well, in that case, we simply must talk with him. Am I just imagining it? Or does Susato-san look almost uncontrollably excited? She has a crush on him, right? Kinda? Maybe? By the way, I expect that you've noticed already, but just in case... If you press A on people when they're in the crosshairs, you can converse with them. Oh! Wow, I absolutely did not know that. Thank you, Susato. Alright then, I'll get the suspiciously tall gentleman in my sights and see what he has to say for himself. Oh, please do. Examine... Wait. Okay, there we go. Sir? Excuse me? Excuse me, do you have a moment? Shh! This is a critical point in my investigation. Maybe I should leave him alone. He seems a little unfriendly. Yes, perhaps that would be for the best. What the Greetings, I hope I didn't see what was there. Greetings, I hope I haven't kept you long. What exactly were you doing on Kazuma's desk just now? Ah, I see. Fascinating. You're being weird, sir. Sorry? What do you see? It feels like he's looking right through me. Oh, yes, everything is clear now. Sir? I'm gonna have to call the police. This is sexual harassment, okay? The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. Sir? Sorry? What? What is this? And now, whilst venturing towards foreign climes, you find yourself in a most troubling predicament. Oh, well, that's true at least. But how? How the deuce did I know that, perhaps? It was really a most elementary deduction. Hardly worth explaining. Who to say? Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else? I don't know how to take this guy seriously. But of course, a great many things. There is no mystery, my dear madam. For example, you have fled your native land of Russia, being, as you are, a merciless revolutionary. Sir? Sir? You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake and now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. Are these all freaking references to the other stories? And when the be-ribbon occupant of this, the be-ribboned occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too. What the f? Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes. You'll find out in due time. Oh. Just to be clear, you are talking about me, are you? Certainly I am. Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name? Dude, you seriously looked at Ryunosuke in the eye and it's like, yeah, this boy's definitely Russian. Like, excuse me? I don't even see one person who fits the bill. So it's true. It was you who did this to Kazuma-san. Susato, not like this. What? And you're plotting a revolution too. It's shameful behavior, Naruhodo-san. Absolutely wicked. Ryunosuke has Russian blood. I knew it. What? No, listen. There's no way Hiya! Itai! Itai! Now explain yourself. Tell me everything. This is ridiculous. Huh? He's like, this is ridiculous. How could you do it? For pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary, obviously. Oh, forgive me. And as for you, what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came into your head. But was I not right? No, you... Whilst venturing toward foreign climes, you do find yourself in the most troubling predicament, do you not? Well, yes, maybe. There you have it, you see? What do you make of that, You're an annoying asshole. Well, to be honest, this ship is en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder. Is Ryunosuke's superpower having common sense? Apparently he has powers of observation, whatever the hell that means. Hamanzel Suisko? I don't know how to pronounce. So I'm not really sure you could call it deduction. It's more plain observation. Indeed, an observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. Oh, you mean annoying a-hole? He's an asshole, yeah. Annoying. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles, you see. I announce my findings with a brassy certitude. And more often than not, I'm right. Ha! I don't think you introduce yourself. Ah! My apologies. How remiss of me. Thank you for joining us, Monsieur. I am none other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women the world over. The inimitable Sherlock Holmes. Oh, Sherlock Holmes. Wow. I guess I have no choice but to admit I know this guy now, huh? I had no choice. So, it's really you? The actual Sherlock Holmes? The very same, the inimitable, actual Sherlock Holmes? Do you know this man, Susato-san? The most famous detective in the world? Naruhodo-san! Of course I do! There's nobody who hasn't heard of him, except Ryunosuke, apparently. What is that knockoff brand naming this dude? Let me take a drink of water. You see, at the time of this game's release, Arthur Conan Doyle's descendants hadn't yet released all his stories to the public domain. So, fearing any association to the Arthur Conan Doyle assets or anything, afraid that they would get sued into oblivion, they decided to take some liberty to like change it. If you listen to the Japanese voiceovers, they actually do still say Sherlock Holmes and Watson instead of Wilson and Sherlock Holmes. So clearly they were really going for adding the actual character inside. But it is only early this year, like this year specifically, that the copyrights for all of the Sherlock Holmes stories have expired, and then everything is now in the public domain. So right now they technically could go back inside the files and change it to Sherlock Holmes, but I doubt they'll do that. I doubt they'll do that, you know. It has become a meme of its own. What planet have I been living on then? You must ask him what he's deduced. He will have worked out the entire case already, I'm sure. Really? Why do I feel uneasy about this? So it's free for all to use now? Yep. Everything's in the public domain. I have to talk to this guy? So you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what was your name again? Indeed, I am none other than the one and only Sherlock Holmes. Oh, I see. You're German? Sherlock, was it? No, I have no hair. I mean, I have hair. Please, call me Holmes. You can read all about my exploits in this exciting London publication. Oh yes, Rand's magazine, full of wonderful short stories and interest articles from Great Britain. So we can write all the Sherlock Holmes fanfic we want now? I mean, that we could always write that from the beginning. You don't earn money from fanfic, you see. I never miss an issue. I have it sent from England especially. Isn't that expensive? Ah, yes, here it is. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. So, you're the protagonist in a series of short stories then? Indeed I am. And you've read so many of your own stories, you start to think you really are a detective. Oh, he's so skeptical. Make no mistake, I'm not the poor deluded fellow you take me for. Your inference is backward. Backward? My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements, and chronicles them in the magazine. You have a biographer? Do you? Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London. Dr. Wilson? I must say, thanks to that publication, I've been fantastically busy of late. Why, this very moment, I am returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of a cursed royal crown. Really? I can't work out whether I should take this man seriously or not. Same, Ryonosuke, same! Deduction, you see, is to me a science, logical reasoning in its purest form. A science? It's a science. Really? The astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions in his subject. A furtive glance, a twitch of a muscle, a slight inclination of the posture. Fingernails, arm sleeves, furrows in the skin, all these things are data. Right. And the trained logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago. How can you look me in the eye and claim that? I hate this guy, hey. So you see, I have a turn both for observation and for deduction and fame. That is what makes me the one and only Sherlock Holmes. Fine, whatever. Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet? Have I managed to deduce anything? My dear fellow. Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in his most cunning hiding place? That's right. It was none other than the great detective before you now, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Please stop making fun of the actual Sherlock Holmes. I see. In other words, I'm in these now because of him. This guy. When I became anxious about Kazuma-sama this morning, I summoned all of the crew members to force the cabin door open. And I concealed myself among their number, gaining entry to the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective Sherlock Holmes was on board. It's great for everyone except for Ryonosuke, apparently. And the handcuffs seem to be an excellent fit, Mr. Naruhodo. The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, two facts were immediately apparent to me. Oh really? Two facts, you say? Mr. Holmes, tell us, please. What two facts were apparent to you when you came into this cabin this morning? Ah yes, but first, let us be precise. The two facts in question were immediately apparent to me. Immediately, okay? Yes, I understand. But what were they? Allow me to elucidate. The two facts that I deduced from a mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime were as follows. Number 1, the cabin was locked from within, rendering escape of the culprit out of the question. Number 2, the victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance. But Kazuma's Japanese! Does he have Russian blood? If anything, I'm amazed how patient Ryonosuke is through all of this. He has the patience of a saint, okay? Hold on, Mr. Holmes. What made you think the victim was Russian? Observe the dying message left by the victim on the floor. I cannot read this shit. That is the Russian word for wardrobe. Dude, do you really think Kazuma-sama could have left a dying message in Russian? In their final final moments, many find their native tongue filling their head. For this young man, Russian. No! Kazuma was Russian, was he? Ryunosuke's losing brain cells. I can feel him losing brain cells. I can feel myself losing brain cells. Oh god. Initially, I considered Garderobe may be the name of the killer, a certain Robert Guard, perhaps? But in the interests of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong not to look inside the wardrobe there at least. Where you found Mr. Naruhodo sleeping soundly. Quite so. I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer. Why is it that I'm Russian too? Everyone's Russian to Sherlock. I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. And if my memory serves, that outfit is a traditional dress of the Russian people. This just in, guys. The Gakuran is the traditional dress of the Russian people. Our school uniforms are the traditional dress of the Russian people. I had no idea. My sides. And I had no idea a detective could get something so wrong. I took a photograph of the victim and a message that I might analyze it for possible hidden details. Amazing deduction, I know, right? you know that guy, that balding guy with talking about chess moves. He goes, outstanding move. Yeah, this is it. Outstanding move, Shomes. Please give me the photo, thanks. Let's see. Kazuma. Kazuma. This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered, before the body was removed. Kazuma! Yes, Kazuma had already been taken away when I woke up. She was mind blown too. Not like this, Susato. This is the first time I've actually seen him like this. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, yes, thank you. But the photo is wrong. The bandana is not flowing with the wind. Shit Zero, you're right. The bandana is no longer flowing with the wind. His manliness has left him. Hi, Natsubega. Such an amazing looking model. So after the game, but haven't had time to play. Hello, thank you. I love my model. A lot of people work hard on it, including myself. So thank you very much for the compliment. Yeah, this game is pretty long, so I would say if you don't mind having someone else play it their way, watching someone else play it might be better. Or like watching a quiet playthrough, silent playthrough. You know, no narration and stuff. Yeah. Ginya, hello, Miyori stream. Yes, Ginya, it's been a while. How have you been? I hope you have had a great Boxing Day. And yes, my stream will now be at this timing, okay? My stream will now be at this timing, so hey. And hello, Ode Sanjo. Hello, welcome to the Shibdom. Also, Susato really is gullible. She goes like, oh my gosh, our school uniform is a Russian dress. Don't believe everything that freaking Shomes tells you. Jesus. But I need a cute Shiba VTuber to narrate the game. It's the only way. I see. Okay. I guess I have no choice but to do it then. Can I ask you something, Mr. Shomes? What, pray? You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all of that? Ah, yes, the train of reasoning that led me to the truth. Would you mind explaining that train of reasoning to me, do you think? What's that? I can't read that. Certainly, if it interests you. How many times? I'm not Russian and I don't speak Russian. I'm in pain, like talking to this guy. Can we talk about your deduction before the things you concluded about me, I mean? Ah, the now famously accurate troubling predicament you find yourself in. Actually, it was the other details that I was more hoping to discuss. You know, the merciless Russian revolutionary and assassin of 16 part. Ah yes, the more assorted details. It was a fairly commonplace deduction. Here we have this morning's paper. The main headline reads: Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. Okay. Ryunosuke would be a wonderful counselor. I don't know what he was going into before he decided to embark on this law journey, but he would have done fine. Just don't make him study, okay? He sucks. This vessel made a port call at Shanghai yesterday, and last night the young Russian was murdered. Since when was Kazuma a Russian? It sounds like Mr. Sholmes has concluded he was Russian because of what Kazuma-sama wrote on the floor. It was a simple act of reasoning to realize that the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary. You're just pulling shit out of your ass. Doesn't it hurt? Doesn't your ass hurt from all that shit you're pulling from it, Holmes? Seriously? One who had killed the very man who helped him to escape after his true identity was discovered. Yes, you, villain Bolshevik. What? No, how could it be me? I don't look anything like this man, just look at his face. Actually put him in any customer service. That's true. Welcome to Shibdom, yeah, but he's right 50% of the time. I think that's being generous. 50%, really? Well, you are a fearsome revolutionary after all. Therefore, you have no doubt learned to revolutionize your appearance as well. What's this, plastic surgery? Sir, do we look rich enough to do plastic surgery? You know what? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. I kill ya. Sorry, I don't wanna say that. Not at this time. Not at this time, sorry. Thighs tag, because I got nice thighs, baby. I got nice thighs. Hey. Sholmes, shut up. I just want him to like freaking shut up as well. Please. And I might add, your name does not appear on the ship's passenger list. Need I say more? He's just a dumb stowaway student. I'll let you guys to please read my my stream rules again, okay? No means no, okay? No means no. I summon. Dude, Ace Attorney so good. It's so good, but I'm losing my shit because of Sherlock Holmes. Ugh. He's so smart and dumb at the same time. Yeah. Well, that's because I'm a stowaway. What about the other details? The 16 victims of assassination and blowing up the Crystal Tower? Ah yes, the journalist clearly interviewed the man and printed all those particulars in the article. You just believe everything you read in the newspaper article? The deeds the man has perpetrated thus far and those he is plotting. Yes, everything about this revolutionary Bolshevik is included. There can be no mistake. I think it's Bolshevik or Bolshevik. Never mind. Do revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with newspaper reporters? I wonder. And what about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan? Also quite clearly stated here in the article. Bolshevik has recently returned after periods of subversive activities in the war-torn region of Afghanistan. Where even is it anyway? This Afghanistan place? Here, take the paper for yourself. As a little memento of this great deduction. You know what I want to do with the paper? I want to roll it up and smack you in the head with it, okay? That's what I want to do. Okay, thank you. I've absorbed all that is of interest to me within its pages, but I see no rubbish bin nearby. Ugh. I'll take it. And you may find the article on the back page of interest as well. On the back? Cast your eye over it sometime if the interest takes you, though you may need someone to interpret. It's all written in Russian. I couldn't hope to read it. Sholmes used 2 out of 3 of your brain cells, like... But if he he believes that, if he believes that Ryunosuke is Russian, he wouldn't say something like, you might need someone to interpret it. So is he testing Ryunosuke or something? Is that what he's doing? What you were just investigating? Yeah. What were you doing climbing on the table? Before we started talking, you were examining Kazuma's desk, weren't you? Kazuma? Hi, General Place. Hi. Kazuma? Ah, yes, the victim. Did you notice anything useful? Anything at all? Observe, for a moment, the desktop of the victim. Desktop, okay. We see that the victim was engaged in penning some text. London diary. Kazuma was keeping notes of the trip. Ah, but I don't think you should read his private writings. It could upset people. Tragic. And something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading. He already read it! You mean you've read it already? It is my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe it or not, I know a smattering of Japanese. Oh, I see. Well, you're about to know what a Susato takedown is. Susato not gonna do anything. Susato-san, aren't you going to throw the detective with one of your trademark takedowns? I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san. What on earth do you mean? Shut up! Life is so unfair. Life is so unfair. It's so unfair, Fudge. It really is unfair. Help. Do you know who was the last person to see the victim? No idea. Please don't spoil. Thanks. Anyway, to return to the matter at hand, namely this diary belonging to the victim, it would appear the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author were cut short. Susato gaslighting Ryunosuke is so unfair. Gaslight. Gatekeep girl boss, let's go. Tell me, what is the nature of the writing? Pray be precise as to details. Oh, but I thought you knew Japanese. A smattering, dear boy, a smattering. Sayonara, bonsai, mikado. Nado nado. I trust you're suitably impressed. I am not. I am not impressed. Not at all. In fact, I'm negative impressed, okay? But this diary is littered with complicated looking characters, of which I can read precisely none. Ah, that's me. If that ain't me. This'll be tougher than I thought. You believe you're a suspect in my investigation. Of what? So what was all that showing off about before then? If you would be so kind as to show me, I would be happy to read it to you, Mr. Holmes. Sholmes, sorry. I'm much obliged. My dear madam. The final entry here in Kazuma-sama's diary consists of just two short sentences. The first reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. A whistling sound? These are very deep waters. Pray, go on. The second sentence reads, 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. It's a snake! Oh no! Oh no! A speckled band? What on earth does that mean? I have no idea. I've never heard that expression before. Does he still think Kazuma Ryunosuke is still Russian? Who knows? The ventilator grill, you say? The man was presumably referring to the lattice there on the wall, which connects to the adjoining cabin. Yes, the adjoining cabin. Kazuma's diary has been entered into the court record. Oh boy. So, I believe I've given you enough to consider for the time being at least. Do you have somewhere to go? As it happens, the victim's writings in his diary have piqued my interest. The matter warrants further investigation, I believe. And if I am still too long, the seasickness takes hold. You just don't want to get seasick. Yeah, a lovely general, but like I'm busy playing a game, so try not to talk about something too unrelated. Thank you very much for understanding. Oh, I suppose you're thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to? Great detectives are a curious breed. Our minds rebel at stagnation. We crave mental exaltation. So yes, I intend to investigate. Hence the truth will become clear soon enough. Do you think perhaps that we could go with you? No, that would be somewhat complicated. What? But why? A simple glance at your wrist should reveal the answer. Oh, these. After all, you're the prime suspect in this matter. No? The JoJo posing, he poses really weirdly. There's no point trying to turn it into a question. You're the one who decided I was the culprit in the first place. Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point. Hey, rude boy! You must be joking! You just said it only a moment ago! He is the Chotto dementia. Dear me! You are clearly misguided. I would have no cause to say such a thing. Why is Ryunosuke being gaslighted by everyone? Well, actually, Mr. Sholmes, I did hear you say that too. You're quite sure? Well, that's very strange. I wouldn't have said you had the face of a criminal, you know? Not really. I'm going to pick this man up and throw him overboard. I'm gonna throw him overboard. Just you wait, Sherlock Holmes. I will crumple you into a ball and I will throw you overboard. He definitely had dementia. He is the Chotto dementia. Oh my god. So what? Were you looking at my knees before? Some great detective you are. Miyori TikTok. Yeah, Miyori TikTok. Well, anyway, that was then, and this is now. Shut up! You made me go through all that, and you're like, oh yeah, that is then. Shut up! What do you mean? What I mean, sir, is this. If you are the culprit, then you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. Sherlock gaslighting. It's gaslighting. Now he's just being plain rude. The gaslighting is insane in this case. And off he goes. Having just laughed in my face, his sense of humor is as twisted as his name. Thanks for the hit, Pat. I need it. Naruhodo-san, what are you just standing there for? Huh? We must go and investigate the cabin next door as well. Aren't you forgetting something? What about these? Hiya! What? Can you stop doing that? After Kazuma-sama spent his dying moments struggling to leave us a clue, you're willing to give up. Susato, isn't this like the 4th, 5th time you've flipped me over? Can you stop that? You're just going to roll over and accept your fate? As if you gave me any choice in the rolling over part. Now she decided to do a takedown. You don't have to do that, just talk like a normal person. I think we still have some investigation to finish off in here first, don't we? Let's carry on examining what we can in this cabin while we wait for a chance to slip next door. Good idea. The situation doesn't look good for me, but there are still things I can do to help myself. I feel like you'll get an aneurysm every time you interact with Sholmes. I feel like I will too. Oh god. He gives me this... I think just looking at this man gives me a headache. Oh god. What a character! Ah! And I owe it to Kazuma to do everything I can to find a way out of this and bring the real culprit to justice. Let's see. We weren't done. We are done with this one. What about this? This is... Yes, it's a bell cord contraption, I think. What do you mean, contraption? I read about it in a book I was studying that talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull to ring a bell to summon servants. Wow, high class. Really? That sounds almost magical. They're thinking whether they want to pull it. Shall we give it a little try? Yes! In the interest of cultural research, obviously! They both want to pull it. I knew it. Hi, Sylvia. Hello. It's pet, thank you. Is anyone gonna come? I suppose nobody comes for lowly Japanese people. Aww. No, I'm sure it's just that everyone is busy, that's all. Oh no. I would pull it. I would absolutely be like, yeah. Okay, I think we have finished. Have we finished seeing everything? Boop 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 boop. We've already seen this, we've seen this, we've seen this. We've seen this. We still have to talk to this guy, right? I hate that. We still have to talk to this guy. Excuse me? What? I was wondering if I could ask you a favor? Do you mind if I investigate a little outside? Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes, but it's not true, I see. Stop it! Sorry? The criminal asking prison guard to help him escape? Very funny. Oh, thanks for the hi, Jade. Thank you. We're in the middle of the sea. There's no chance of me escaping. Nyeh. You stay in this cabin until next port. Then it is up to Hong Kong police to decide what they do with you. Oh no, not the Hong Kong police. No! You stay. Alright. There's no point trying to appeal to this man's better nature, that's for sure. Okay. Next is the door. When I went for help and a crewman forced the door open, this bolt had been firmly closed. It's quite a small bolt and not particularly sturdy, and it just slides across to secure the door shut. But still, with the door bolted, there would be no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure. It's no wonder everyone suspects me. Oh boy. When she glares at me like that, I feel tense all up and down my spine. She's scary. I remember reading once in a detective novel, the culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across from outside the room in a situation like this. Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself. Ooh. But the door of this cabin and its frame are made of metal and they seal together perfectly. There will be no possibility of using that needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid. She looked into it! When she glares at me like that, I feel pins and needles all up and down my spine. Oh, look over there! Wow, I wonder who that is! The crewman. Do you mean? He wasn't here before, was he? That's what I thought. Why don't we try talking to him? Probably because I'm likely to get yelled at again, but I suppose I could try. Wow, he looks familiar. He looks really familiar. Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san? Oh, no, it's just that crewman standing by the door. I can't help feeling like I've seen him somewhere before. Oh, yes, you're right. He does look familiar. No one can recognize him. Excuse me, sir. Yes? What can I do for you? I recognize that face, but it can't be. he's like, it can't be. He coughs blood. It is. I'll drink water. Thank you for the hydrate, Rainer. I didn't know you were here, Inspector Hosonaga. Hello again. What are you doing here? He looks adorable in the head. He looks really adorable, I agree. I think that should be my line. I was so stunned when I saw you. My heart stopped. While you're here, you're still alive, aren't you? Hosonoga's now bleeding at sea. Let's go, let's go. Nearly stopped, I hope. I received some special orders to go undercover as a member of the crew and board this ship. Again? I'm starting to think they just don't like you. You certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector. If there's anything I can do to help you, please ask. I never expected to see this man on board. But perhaps his presence can help me out of this hopeless situation. Let's find out what it is. Didn't he wipe off his blood? Why is there blood again? What? Ooh, ah. Okay, never mind. Are you curious how to see if probably very bloody and no one cares? I don't know. Somehow it's not bloody. Somehow. So what are your special orders this time, Inspector? Yes, and why are you dressed as a member of the crew? I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I take full responsibility. For what? My orders were to act as Asogi-san's bodyguard. And you failed! You failed so bad at it! Oh my god! Fire him! Fire this man! Oh my god! You useless... Never mind. Get... It was Minister of Justice Jikoku. Sorry. He had one job. He had one freaking job, okay? Who pushed for this overseas study tour to go ahead. And he entrusted me with ensuring that Asogi-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated. And look how well you did. Assassinated? How could that even have been a possibility? I'm not sure. But these are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. Minister Jikoku said we should be prepared for all eventualities. This is incredible. I don't believe it! Kazuma-sama was... assassinated? Obviously we couldn't give Asogi-san a visible security escort. Which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew. I see. And I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we've been on board, from morning until night, every day. But I never imagined it would happen here, inside his own cabin, not here on the first class deck. I failed miserably at my assignment. And Asogi-san is dead as a result. You know what? I do feel for this guy. I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize. Inspector. So if there's anything at all that I can do to help now, just say the word. Yeah, please let us investigate. Please, please. We're doing what we can to investigate Kazuma's death ourselves. I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer? Of course not! We would really like to investigate the cabin next door. Yes, so we need to be allowed out of this cabin. I'm sorry. What? You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety. If you move to even touch the handle of the cabin door, That snormy-looking seaman there would surely snap your neck in two. Can't you do something about that? I suppose I'm not just a stowaway now. They think I'm a murderer as well. And whose fault is that, huh? Sherlock Holmes' fault. Would it be possible to give me something to work with, do you think? I'm going to need something persuasive. What do you mean? If I had a solid reason why the next door cabin should be investigated, for example, I'll do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'll lay my life on the line if I had to. But I don't see how... There may be a way. What? Really? Think of how you tried to persuade me of your innocence, Naruhodo-san. By presenting me with a piece of evidence that you already had in your possession. Evidence? It's just the same as when you are in court. You must have done it many times during your trial. Simply select the present panel and choose some evidence that Inspector Hosonaga could use. So, evidence that would give us a viable reason to investigate the next door cabin, is it? Alright, yes, I think I might know what we can use. You do? Cause I don't. Okay, let's see. What do we have? Let's see. Can you... Can I just see? Who is this? This is interesting. Have you found something relevant, Naruhodo-san? Oh, no. I mean, it looks like it might be interesting. I can't read a single word, I'm afraid. No, nor can I. But look at this picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess, do you think? She is very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles like this, do you? I don't know. I can't make any sense of it. I'm glad you've noticed this article. Okay, we probably should have seen this just now, but oh well. Dak! Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents. Oh, thank you! He pops up everywhere, this Mr. Holmes. It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novavik Ballet disappears from Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, the talented young Nikolina Pavlova. Why are Russian names so hard to remember? Same. It would appear the woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room. Wearing the diamond tiara you see pictured, which is worth some 20,000 rubles. Oh, how much is 20,000 rubles? I have no idea, but I'm quite sure it must be an unbelievable sum of money. So Sato-san's eyes are shining like diamonds themselves. The tiara is the property of the Novavik Ballet. It would seem the director is beside herself with worry. Yes, I'm not surprised. The company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara. They requested international assistance at all ports with sailings to Great Britain. Could this be another case of a Russian fleeing his or her country? It does seem to be the Russian thing to do. What's this? A Russian? What's this Russian slander? I'm not even going to dignify that with a response, Mr. Naruhodo. Okay. Okay, I don't think there's anything else, right? Nothing else. Somehow. I'm afraid I can't read a word of Russian. No, me neither. I have no idea what any of this says. The pair of you floundering is a sorry sight. Allow me to offer some assistance. The article on the front page of this newspaper is concerned with a fearsome Russian revolutionary. It reads, "Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai." Yes, you told us that before. It reveals also that those who see the man's beard with their own eyes never live to tell the tale. Currently, I can't say that was a good joke considering current events. It's a touchy subject, but let's keep in-game events to in-game events, okay? Oh my goodness, he is fearsome! Well, presumably the newspaper photographer was alright, wasn't he? The solution is obvious, of course. If he despises his beard to that degree, he need only to shave it off. I'm not quite sure that's the problem, Mr. Sholmes. I'm dead. I cannot. Okay, Kazuma's diary. Is there anything we can see from here? There's no point for this magnifying glass. I can already see everything. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Which one should I present? I'll just present this one. What's that? Honestly, I'm still questioning the magnifying glass. I think it made sense when it was it made sense in like other gaming platforms, but it doesn't make sense on PC because PC screen is huge as hell. You can see everything already. Yeah. But we need a closer look at Kazuma's perfect face. Valid, but still. What's that? It's Kazuma's diary. Just before he died, Kazuma-sama wrote something rather strange in his diary. Strange? In what way? Oh, I didn't expect that to be the correct answer. I was just like, haha, YOLO! He wrote, what looks like some kind of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? That is strange. Hi, Ellen. It's been a while. How have you been? Yes, we're still trying to work out what he meant by that. But what I'd like to know is... Don't tell me. The ventilator, is it? You're very astute, Inspector. It was originally 3DS, right? I'm not sure about the Great Ace Attorney. This one I'm really not sure. Is it 3DS? Yeah. That ventilator clearly joins to the next door cabin. That's right. So if we could investigate in there, we might be able to work out what the speckled band was. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Alan. I mean, it's already almost after Boxing Day on my side, but Merry Christmas to you. Alright then. I can't leave this cabin at the moment. I'm stuck here until we arrive at the next port. The captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see. I'll have to entrust investigation to you. Really? You're willing to do that? Yes, as long as you don't leave the first class cabin area. I'm afraid I can't remove those handcuffs though. Oh my god. But what about the captain? Aren't you going against his direct orders? I'm a man of my word. And I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince a captain. I don't think he will kill you for it, but... Okay. After all, I failed to keep Asogi-san safe. This is the least I can do. You know what? This guy's pretty manly as well. I mean, he failed at his one job, but like... He knows how to make amends. Thank you. Let's seize the moment then, Naruhodo-san. Just select move and we can leave this cabin at last. Let's go, baby! Let's go, 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 go. To the passageway. Yes! Nice. January, 7:48 AM, SS Buria, first class cabin passageway. Yeah. I'm finally out of that cabin. I have to admit, this isn't quite what I was expecting. It's less spacious out here than I thought it would be, and this is the most luxurious accommodation. Yes, indeed. Kazuma-sama was being sent on this study tour by the government. That's why he was being put up in a first-class cabin. Only the best for our boy Kazuma. Even still, this is about twice as large as my accommodation in Steer H. Really? That must be awful. Are you always because it looks kind of red? Nah, it's just the shading, Lamo. Yeah, there's another guy. Oh, look over there. That's another crewman keeping watch, and he looks enormous, even if he's sitting down. The door next to him leads to the second-class accommodation. I suppose he's making sure that no one comes in here who shouldn't. I suppose, like people in handcuffs. Naruhodo-san, you look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I would have thought you'd be used to the ship by now. We've been at sea for 2 weeks already. But he's never been out of the room. Well, yes, I know, but the thing is, I was inside Kazuma's trunk when I first came aboard. And ever since then, I've been shut up inside that little wardrobe. It must have been a very trying time for you. Please, don't give me that pitying look. Okay, so should we let's see if there's anything interesting. I don't think we'll see anything interesting here, right? Like we have a fire alarm. Oh, welcome to Shibdom. I am your son. What do you think this is? It's a very pleasing shape, isn't it? That's the emergency alarm. It's probably best not to touch it. Yeah, don't touch it. Oh, an alarm. It says, press only in times of emergency. If I were Ryunosuke, I would have slammed my hand into it straight away because this is an emergency. It looks as though it sets alarm bells ringing all over the ship and brings the vessel to a complete stop. That's a very powerful alarm, if I do say so. Oh, this I have to see. What are you doing, Naruhodo-san? You mustn't touch it! But this is an emergency situation. Just look at these handcuffs. Shit, I did not predict this. Mother, this has been 40 years. What? What? You know full well that's not what the alarm is for. If you were to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be in an even worse situation. I wish everything would just stop. This ship included. If you have to do something foolish, at least make it something that doesn't affect anyone else. Susato, shut up. Shh. Okay, is there anything else that we can see? We might need this. This looks like a plan of the SS Burya. It shows each deck. Look. The Burya is a large-scale steamship with a triple-skinned hull. What a marvel of engineering. Well, it's been playing on my mind for a while now, actually. But how is it that such a huge lump of metal doesn't just sink to the bottom of the ocean? Oh, that's really quite simple, Naruhodo-san. It is? Well, consider the Japanese archipelago. The islands of Japan. Yes, they're not metal, but they're enormous lumps of earth, many, many times larger than this ship. And they don't sink, do they? They've been floating happily on the sea since the gods created them. Well, I suppose so? That didn't answer my question at all! What the hell? Okay, ship protocols, let's see. That's a huge book on top of the table there, and there's a pen next to it. Yes, that looks like the ship's log. Shall we have a little look through it? Excuse me. The writing is so neat and precise! Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded. Wow. You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. And nothing. No reaction at all. I thought he might appreciate the compliment. I'm not sure that rough and ready is much of a compliment, Naruhodo-san. Even to a sailor? Why does she always look like she's pitying me? Susato, please. Anyway, last night's log is mostly blank. Presumably that means there was nothing to report. Okay. We should talk to this guy, I guess. Excuse me, but could I ask you something? You little stowaway murderer! That wasn't a good start, was it? Alright, let me try instead. day, Mr. Sailor. I'm sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask something of you? You little third class lady's maid. Hey, shut up. Oh, we seem to have caught this sailor on a bad day, Susato-san. I am not Sailor. My mother gave me name. I am senior crewman Biff Stroganoff. Beef Stroganoff! His name is Beef Stroganoff! His name is Beef Stroganoff. I'm sorry, I cannot. He is Beef Stroganoff. Well, sir, you certainly look beefy enough to me, if I do say so myself. He is Beef Stroganoff. Phew, the best thing is just to avoid eye contact, I think. Mr. Stroganoff, about this first-class cabin area? Here we are in finest part of Buria steamship, for very important persons. What sort of very important persons? Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret, many important persons. Sounds yummy. It is kinda yummy. That is why I am always guarding this place. Gosh, that's amazing. But somehow I let stupid stowaway inside. I want to pick you up and throw you in ocean. But Stroganoff is not an animal. Thank you? Well, I'm glad you didn't throw me in the ocean. If I may, I was wondering, is the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's currently occupied? Da! Susato-san, did you understand that? It sounded like da. I think it's probably Russian for yes. Or no. Welcome to Shibdom, Angel Silver-san. Welcome. Genius. It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation. Well, it sounds like there is somebody in the next door cabin at least. Yes, it's tantalizing. We have to talk about the passenger. Could you tell us who's traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's? His name is Mr. Grimsby Roylott. Grimsby Roylott? Grimsby Roylott? Is it a pun? Grimsby Roylott, anyway. He is very important Western gentleman. A Western gentleman? Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with murder of student boy. How can you be so sure about that? Mr. Roylott is authentic Western gentleman. Authentic. Such a man would have no interest in lowly student from insignificant Far East Islands. Hey, shut up. That was harsh. Could you tell us when Mr. Roylott came aboard? That is not your business. Come to think of it, even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now and I've been in Kazuma's cabin the entire time, I've never once heard anything from the next door cabin, or even felt like there's anyone there. But presumably, since this gentleman is occupying one of the first-class cabins, he must be rather important. Is that right? That is not your business. It's a Sherlock Holmes reference, it seems. I see. Everything's a Sherlock Holmes reference. I need to go and reread the stories that I did. Are you on watch here all the time, Seaman Stroganoff? Da. All time. So criminals like you cannot come in. Or get out. I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all? It is sad about student boy. Were you on watch last night as well? Of course. And did you notice anything at the time? Anything unusual? Susato-san, did you understand that? It was clearly a no. Yeah, I saw nothing unusual. Nothing at all. And you didn't hear any strange noises or sense anything was wrong in some way? I said no! Sorry! I'm not so sure. I could have sworn that he wouldn't catch my eye for a moment there. Someone's lying! He lying. This is enough. I cannot say more now. Oh! It is time for me to report to Captain. You must return to cabin. Yes, alright. Bulkhead to second class area is staying locked at all times. You escape when the lobster whistles on top of the mountain. Or, as English say, when the pigs fly. Grimsby Royler is a character from the Adventure of Speckled Band. Oh, it's my favorite story and I forgot his name. It's been years since I read this story. I need to read it again. Yes, I understand. Good. Now we can investigate this area properly, shall we? Definitely. Okay, now we can move into the cabin. No, we have to examine. This is it. This is the cabin next to ours. The one the ventilator connects to. Oh, stretch. Stretch! Oh. I'm sure the Grimsby Roller is the one who makes the Speckled Band do thing. Stretch! Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging. Maybe whoever's in this cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. No answer. We're out of luck, it seems. There's no one in there to help with our inquiries. How annoying. Ah! What was that? It came from inside the cabin. Oh, it's a ah! Such a high-pitched scream. It must have been a woman. Stand aside. Where did you even come from, Sholmes? What? Oh, welcome to Shibdom, Snedrick. Welcome. What? I'm about to break the door down. Where did you come from? Mr. Sholmes? I shan't be stopped. When the fit is on me, I revel in kicking doors off their hinges. Please, wait, Mr. Sholmes. The door doesn't appear to be bolted. It doesn't? Then how the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What, pray, can I kick? You can kick Ryunosuke, I guess. I think we should go in. There's no time to think about stress relief. Sholmes. 9th January, SS Buria, first class cabin, number 2. Who are you? A Western gentleman? This man looks Russian to me. We heard a woman scream. A woman? Don't be absurd. As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin. True, this old man does appear to be the only person in here. But in that case, who just screamed? Get out, all of you, now! Please excuse the intrusion, but you're Mr. Grimsby Roylet, I believe? Yes, that's me. And you are? I am the one and only, the actual Sherlock Holmes. You've heard of me, no doubt? No. Serves you right, Sherlock. I am a great detective among great detectives, one who adorns the covers of popular magazines, no less. So I assure you, you may trust me completely. The man uses that magazine like a business card. A detective? I do not trust detectives. We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there wouldn't appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time. So might I be so bold as to ask you to open that small traveling case? How can a woman fit inside that case? How? What? Don't be stupid! How could anyone fit in a small trunk like that? Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk. Don't give me the attitude, Sholmes. Shut up. Don't look at me. Oh! It moved! Oh my... Did you see that, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes! The case just shook! Leave, now! Otherwise, I'll call the steward. Clicks his scissors menacingly. So this is Kazuma's neighbor, Mr. Grimsby Roylott. There's no doubt about it. That strange Russian man is hiding something. I couldn't agree more. Let's see if we can find some clues before that burly sailor returns. Find everything! Herla, what are you doing there? Oh my god! Oh my freaking god! What do you think you're doing? Get! This is my cabin! Get out! Could we just have a quick look inside our traveling case, perhaps? No! Ah, what a pity. I think we're out of luck. I think you're right. There doesn't appear to be anything more we can do. I agree, but there may be someone else who can help. Well, I wonder who. Perhaps that great detective could get somewhere with Mr. Roylott. Let's talk to this guy. What are you doing in there, Sholmes? Do you have a moment, please, Mr. Sholmes? You need only address me as Sholmes. That's what I just did, isn't it? Oh, welcome to the Shibdom Rules. 98, welcome and thank you for the hit pad. Yay! Well, Mr. Sholmes, what were you doing in there? Why, I was resting, of course. Resting? Indeed, I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardrobe whilst waiting. Waiting for what? Waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call my great powers of detection into service. And I am waiting for the chance to throw you overboard, Mr. Sholmes. Oh! And it would seem that the hour is upon us now. The time has come. Am I mistaken? Well, no, actually, you're spot on. For once. For once! Observe closely. Our Russian host in this cabin, Mr. Roylott, is clearly trying to hide something. And do you know what is the most effective weapon to use against a Russian hiding a secret? Hi, not normal. You're gonna sleep now, so like good night this. Good night, not normal. Hope you have sweet dreams and see you next time. Why? Why, the truth, of course. Though it should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusively for the Russians. Right? Can you imagine how the Russian will react when the secret he guards so closely is exposed? Would you like to witness it? Oh, yes, please! Yeah, we're all gonna get kicked out, guys. We're all gonna get kicked out. Well then, what you're about to see may well astound you. For I am about to apply my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. We're all gonna get kicked off the ship. Could this man be a more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian, I ask you? What? Oh, hi Jay, thank you, Kuro. Thank you, I hydrated. From time to time it occurs to me. Is the fellow dubious on account of his Russianness, or Russian on account of his dubiousness? Can you... What is this slander? I think I should drink before this, but oh shit, oh no. I really don't think either of those things should be occurring to you or anyone. That's right. And Mr. Sholmes... I know this man's beard and dark glasses are hard to ignore, especially on first meeting, but I once read... It is a capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence. It biases the judgment. Shh! I must have complete silence. Uh-huh. Hi, Schnauzer. Hello. What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that? Ah! Just as I thought. Yes, I have quite made up my mind now. Cute. What are you, a girl? What? What? How did you do? There can be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. Welcome to Shibdom Rules. And hi, Schnauzer. Glad to see you. Mr. Roylet, I have reached two incontrovertible conclusions. What? What do you mean? Number one, your true identity is that of a villain. Using those shears, you are about to end the existence of something most dear. Are you not? Huh. And number two, the other conclusion I have drawn. You are, at this very moment, no less, in the midst of committing a most grievous crime. Beneath that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension as you realize you have been discovered. Does it not? Gah! Oh, Nadahoto-san! I never imagined I would witness one of Mr. Sholmes' great deductions with my own eyes! That was a great deduction. Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes. In a single glance, he can deduce all there is to know about a person. I don't believe that, but okay if you say so. What? What ineffable twaddle! Oh yes! I've read about it countless times in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. And now I've experienced the astonishing impact of his great deduction firsthand. Susato's Delulu fangirling. She's Delulu. That is 100% correct. This is like a dream come true. This action reminds me of Athena. I can hardly believe it, but all the color is drained from Mr. Roylet's face. It looks like somehow both of Mr. Sholmes' conclusions were right. How? How could you? How could I possibly know such things, you wish to say? Very well then. I shall elucidate. I shall explain how it was that I arrived at this pair of conclusions. So do I cordially invite you upon a journey of logical discovery. Let us board the train of reasoning. Put plainly, let us work through my deductions together. The great deduction. The game is afoot. Let's go. Topic 1. Old man's identity. So the dubious looking Russian, Mr. Roylet, obviously, what catches the eye in the first place? It's the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You are on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. Now, moving on. This is actually cool. The question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard, Mr. Roylet? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper, in particular the fascinating front page article. Which it would appear you have read also, Mr. Roylet. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. In translation, the headline reads, "Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai." As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. Hi 52 Leveler. Ace Attorney games are such a crazy roller coaster. They are. They so are. Having noted the article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. In short, your true identity is beyond doubt. You are the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, Villain Bolshevik. Not that I've heard of you myself, you understand. That still sounds so far-fetched though. So far-fetched. Now, as for my second conclusion, you are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime, over there. Oh yes, Mr. Roylet. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. Ah! And I assure you the eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case. Nice, got the sleep sheet. Got to sleep. Okay, good night, Sarah. Hope to see you next time. It is time, I think, that the case be opened and its contents laid bare. No, I refuse. What could you possibly be concealing inside, we ask? By my estimation, a young lady, perhaps? One slight enough to fit therein. Don't be absurd. And what, pray, would be the identity of this young lady in the traveling case? Dear me, we are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless coup de betrays you. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. See you at EOI, Ceres. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your traveling case can equally be found in the pages of this newspaper. But there is another, most stimulating article. Is that woman. If we turn from the fleeing revolutionary to the back page. Shung. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novavic Ballet disappears from Shanghai. Such a headline can lead us to but one conclusion. Your crime is that of abduction. And according to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova. Okay. Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this Russian enigma, Elminsky. But is it really true? Susato-san, that wasn't one of the great deductions I've been hearing so much about, was it? Well, the stories are full of Mr. Holmes' brilliant deductions, you know? But that did seem a little different somehow. Don't believe everything you read. Excuse me, Mr. Holmes, could you come over here a moment? Pray, what can I do for you? It's about your deductions, would you mind? Not at all, go on. Well, to start with, there's the newspaper article. I think we've had the same discussion before, but... guess she's not that delulu after all. She does still have a clear, rational mind, I'll give her that. These two men look nothing like each other. Ah, yes, I recall our discussion earlier, and at the time I believe I told you that the man is a revolutionary, well able to revolutionize his own appearance. In fairness to Mr. Holmes, Mr. Roylet does look more like this man than you do. That's not the point. And another thing, the part about him abducting the ballerina? Indeed, a truly startling revelation. At first glance, the case would appear too small to accommodate a young woman. just at first glance, it is too small. Clearly. You'd be lucky to fit a 5-year-old child into that case, even if you push really hard. I don't suppose the missing ballerina is a 5-year-old child, is she? You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15. No, I didn't know. How could I? Well, if she's 15, then 10 years worth of her will be poking out from the case. My sides. Some years ago, I read something pertinent, I believe. A troop of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain litheness in their bodies. Are you assuming that she is like gymnast? She gymnasted herself into like vinegar? For such a sour bunch, it would surely be simplicity itself to contort oneself into the confines of that small case. Oh dear, you might be thinking of contortionists in the circus, Mr. Sholmes. This whole thing is turning into a circus. You're not just a circus, you're not just like the clown, you're the entire circus. Yeah. Mr. Naruhodo, something's occurred to me about Mr. Sholmes' deductions just now. I think his powers of observation are, well, magical. His eyes cut to the heart of a matter almost instantly. It's just where he directs his attention and his logic that seems a little off. Yeah, okay. I know I got pissed off, but like, it's true that he had his thing going, but his attention is like, boom. Your idea of a little may be a little off itself, Mr. Sato. He is so off. It's just one or two keywords in his deductions that seem to let him down. Hello, SUE. Konyori. It's not Miyori, it's Konyori. So I was wondering if we might perhaps tactfully switch them for alternatives. What do you think? Ace Attorney Ganba, I will try my best. Switch some keywords in his deductions. Yes, but very tactfully. I feel sure if we could do that, we'd unlock the true genius of Mr. Sholmes' great deduction. Does Sholmes have ADHD? I think he has dementia. It's not just ADHD that's a problem, it's a freaking dementia. Precisely the thought that was going through my own head. This man is a lot of work. At times, I wonder how anyone puts up with me. It's not that funny. And you, my good fellow. Sorry? Take a moment to look at your wrists. My wrists? Where are your handcuffs? I mean, why not both of them? Oh, how did... I felt they may hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction. That's not very straight of you, Holmes. I don't believe it. Mr. Sholmes, you are a marvel. And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrists when we are finished. I'm not worried. In fact, I'd rather stay like this. So, let us begin. Sherlock Holmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Let's look at the newspapers again. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Matta. Okay. Okay, what catches? First place. Sheer sting. You were on the verge of using... I'm not sure. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard? I doubt that's something I'll ever have to worry about. It doesn't quite sit right with me though. He is admitting that he'll never grow a beard. It doesn't seem to be sitting right with Mr. Roylott either. Which means I suppose that the deduction is wrong. Let's try to switch a keyword here, Naruhodo-san, and see if it helps matters. Alright, but how? I think we should start by taking a long, hard look at Mr. Roylott. I wonder if it's really his beard that he intended to use those shears on. Exactly. If we do manage to find something that seems to fit the sense of Mr. Sholmes' deduction better, then what? Then I'll leave the rest in your capable hands, Naruhodo-san. Why am I the one to do something about this? Well, anyway, let's see if there's anything we could even use to switch around in that last sentence. What exactly was Mr. Roylott really going to use those enormous shears for? Thick hat? Copious beard? Thick hat? Coat buttons? Maybe his thick hat? I think it's this one. We don't have health here, right? We can rotate. Oh? Oh. You can rotate. They didn't tell me I could rotate. Okay, thank you. Hi. Now it's his turn to look cool. You're on the verge to come with the golden lock to sport. Indeed, you have identified the something. I was intending to expose. Stop taking credit. Stop it. Such lush golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. Oh, unless she is the Russian ballerina? Dude, I love these animations just all. That's hilarious. You're not a man at all, you're a woman. And judging from the length and sheen of your hair, one still very much in her youth. Oh no. If only I managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected. The question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. What evidence? I'm sure it needs no further clarification. It's the article about the freaking ballerina. Well, that was a shock. I had no idea that woman was really a young woman in disguise, did you? What? Why are you staring at me like that? If anything, did she really sound like a dude? I don't know. I actually don't know. Andrew Mace or Runosuke just casually joins in the swag. Hey, he rarely gets their swag moments. Let him have his fun. Yes, it was a surprise. Naruhodo-san, you're enjoying this, aren't you? Yeah, sorry? You look like you're in your element as you dance around the room deducing the facts with Mr. Sholmes. They are literally dancing. Oh my god. I'm just doing what we agreed. I'm not having fun or anything. He's done. This is strictly business. That's really... Yes, I understand. Say no more. Well, anyway, let's focus on this next part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction, shall we? The evidence that he's picked out doesn't fit the facts at all now. No, that's true, given that Mr. Roylott is actually a woman. Exactly. He, or rather, she, can't possibly be this merciless revolutionary. I suppose it's because the deduction as a whole has taken a different direction now? Yes? Let's search the evidence for something else. Something that fits the facts as we now understand them. For some reason, this woman needed to try to hide her true identity. I feel as though I've either read or heard about a young woman in a situation like that recently. Alright, I'll do my best. Wait. Yunosuke and Shons are best friends now that they're dancing together? He's enjoying this. It's the ballerina. That's right, you've hit the nail on the head. Renowned prima ballerina of the Nova Vic Ballet disappears from Shanghai. It would appear we are finally able to address you by your true name. Yes, because your true identity is that of the Nova Vic Ballet's prima ballerina, Nikolina Pavlova. Miss Nikolina Pavlova. Gak! What a beautiful woman. You're right. My real name is Nina. I mean, Nikolina Pavlova. But please, I beg you, Don't tell anyone. Oh, we have to fix this one too. Now, as for my second conclusion... Let's see... A grievous crime. Oh, yes. Okay, is this one? Speak eloquently, so is that... That traveling case. Is it really the traveling case? This woman is the ballerina and she's right in front of our eyes. So clearly she can't be inside that traveling case as well. I like how they still talk about the possibility. No, that's right. It seems she wasn't abducted at all. In which case, what is the crime this young woman is apparently committing? I can see I'm going to have to step in and fix the great detective's mistake again. You seem to look pleased, Naruhodo-san. Do you like the idea of another chance to dance around with Mr. Sholmes? Stop it! Anyway, there must be something else here that shows what this woman is up to. Oh, Tiara, let's go, baby! Dancing all night long. It's a tiara. A proof of your crime is surely this tiara. I believe this tiara is worn on stage by dancers in the Nova Vic Ballet, is it not? Indeed, it would appear to be identical to the tiara pictured here in this newspaper article. And if the reporting is to be believed, it's an item worth 20,000 rubles. In summary, the crime you have committed is theft. Oh no! You have left your ballet troupe unlawfully taking the precious tiara with you. Gag! I have no one, no family, no friends. I am all alone and I need money. But I did not steal the tiara. It was a present from, how do you say, an earl? Of Prussia. It belongs to me. This girl is only 15 years old and she's run away all by herself. She must have been extremely lonely. Aw. Alright, I will tell you everything. There is no point to hiding it now. Come, let us not be hasty. What? There remains one unsolved mystery about you. Mystery? What do you mean? You have staunchly refused to open this traveling case of yours in our presence. It is reasonable to conclude, therefore, that there exists some reason why you wish it to remain closed. There's something alive in there. Is that not so, Miss Pavlova? My dear girl, there is no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of your case even before I've ever laid eyes on them. Dear me. You're not well suited to a life of crime. Okay. Is written in the books on the shelf. He's completely changed tack with his deduction now, fudge. I think Mr. Sholmes is adapting his logic to the changing circumstances, don't you? Maybe, but why has he suddenly brought the bookshelf into all this? It's just a wild guess, surely. Oh, do you think so? Well, it doesn't seem likely that the reason why this young woman doesn't want to open her case would have been written in a book that doesn't even belong to her. Yes, that's true, but still. Miss Pavlova certainly did cast her eyes in that direction. I noticed it myself. Then there has to be another reason why she won't open her case. And it must be somewhere in the same area if that's where her gaze was involuntarily drawn. I agree, that's the only answer. Whatever she has hidden inside that case should be revealed by following her gaze in the direction of the bookcase. Let's go. Books on the shelf, books on the shelf, books on the shelf. This morning is this. Because she has a pet that is a dangerous object. It's the reason why you refuse to open your case. Is written in the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Inside that case of yours is something forbidden from carriage on this vessel. That is the real reason why you refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents. Oh. As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time, but no weapon or other dangerous item would move of its own accord. Which leaves but one possibility, Miss Pavlova. Inside your traveling case... They're enjoying this too much! Is the last item listed as forbidden in the vessel's rules of passage a pet? Oh my gosh, she's enjoying this way too much. Gag! A pet as big as Ryunosuke can't fit there though. I know, right? Bro's like the prime pet. Elementary. I guess you're done with the deductions, correct now? So clearly, you aren't who you said you were. No, I am not Grimsby Roylet. These posters are killing me, I know, right? Excuse me. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Everything you said was correct. You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland. Later that same night, you stole aboard this vessel. Which couldn't have been easy. The Buria is a huge steamship with a vast crew. Could she really have snuck on board without being noticed? In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman. And you intended to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair. Yet, to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. My personal recommendation is to leave well alone. So if it was just you, about to cut off your own hair, who was it that let out the scream we heard from outside the cabin? That veritable tinkling of a bell? Why? None other than this young lady, naturally. More like a full set of pipes, if you ask me. I was so scared when I ran away in Shanghai. I was sure they would come looking for me. That's why I decided to... how do you say? Disgust myself? So no one would recognize me. As a result, you transform yourself into that questionable old man? I see. I put on the fur hat and fake beard. Then, just before you came in here, I saw in the newspaper, right on the page, there was a picture of me. I was so frightened, I couldn't stop from screaming. So she screamed when she saw like, I knew that if I didn't change my appearances completely, they would find me. So I decided to cut all my hair as fastly as possible. I picked up the scissors in my hand and... At that precise moment, we walked in through the annoyingly unlocked cabin door. You should have locked the door, girl! Things happen like that sometimes, don't they? Things do indeed happen like that from time to time. Why are those two even talking about the same thing? There's just one more thing I'd like to know. What exactly do you have inside your traveling case? You were right. It is my dear friend inside. My only friend in the whole world. please. Don't tell anyone. If the captain finds out, if you say to any of the crew. Your secret is safe with us, I assure you. But in return, you must tell us, in as much detail as you can muster, about the events of last night. Yes, alright. I will tell you. Gonna look for the rest of the stream. Thanks for a fun time. No problem, Zero. Thank you for being so active. I'll see you next time. Have a good lurk. At some point this will finish, right? Oh, well, Mr. Naruhodo? Wasn't it something? Mr. Sholmes' great deduction? It was certainly something, yes. I'm just not entirely sure what. But at least Miss Pavlova has agreed to tell us what she knows. That's incredible. Indeed, it is incredible. Ah, and one more thing. Oh, yes? What? Observe your wrists. He's put them on again. Ah, your hands are cuffed again. What? But how? True to my word, I have restored your shackles. Grrr, when and why? There is still a shadow of guilt cast over you, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm sorry to say, it can't be helped at the moment. Ah, can't it? Really? Anyway, let's listen to what Miss Pavlova has to say. I can't go on not knowing. I have to find out what the Speckled Band that Kazuma-sama wrote about in his diary really was. Did you know that someone was killed in the cabin next door to this one last night? One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast. The man who died, he was a friend of mine. Oh! That's why we're trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual last night? Perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example. Perhaps people talking? Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest? Perhaps the steam engine exploded? Oh, shut up, Sholmes. Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed if that had happened. Miss Pavlova, is there anything you can tell us? I don't know. I'm sorry, but all I could think about last night was what I had done and whether they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me. Are you sure? Oh, I see. You've run away from your ballet company, haven't you? The Novavic Ballet? Yes. I am traveling to Great Britain, and from there, I want to go to America. I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about the ballet. I will start a new life. You wish to forget? A challenging proposition. When you have that striking tiara as a reminder. But the tiara is mine! I need it to live! I have no money of my own. The Novavic Ballet gives us only a little food and water, and we must dance all over the world. I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stayed, it would have killed me. So you ran away to protect yourself? Yes, and the crew of this ship, they have all been kind to me. They let me come on board and they said I could hide in this cabin. Aww. Hello, welcome to the Shibdom Curly Noemi. If that is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova, it creates a most intriguing conundrum. Oh? Yes, it does. What do you think about it, Mr. Naruhodo? I'm like, me? Oh, well, yes, of course. I think we should hear Miss Pavlova's explanation. To what conundrum, I'm not sure, but... Okay, then what is this conundrum then? Miss Pavlova, allow me to pose you a riddle. According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. Now, that being the case, it must have been last night that you boarded this vessel. However, the SS Burya stopped by no port last night. Ah, that's it, of course! So how is it, pray, that you come to be abroad? Aboard, oh? Oh dear. Now that I think about it, the crewman outside the cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. It was just after we asked him about when the occupant of this cabin came aboard. That is not your business. And the plot thickens. Yes, you're right. He did seem to be hiding something. It's true, huh? An angel descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage. Sorry? What was that? It is how the Russian newspapers described one of my performances. And that is how I came here too. I descended from the heavens because I am an angel. What the fuck? You just dropped down from a helicopter or something. Considering English isn't your mother tongue, your description is very vivid. Mr. Sholmes once said, I never can resist a touch of the dramatic. It seems Miss Pavlova is the same. A genius descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to detection. Words once said about myself. A quote from a wonderfully extravagant advertisement for the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, in fact. Do they even have a helicopter? Oh yeah, they probably didn't have a helicopter at that time, huh? Yes, Mr. Shoei. Anyway, it doesn't look like Miss Pavlova is going to tell us what really happened. Let's talk about your friend then. It's probably a sneaky snake. So the friend you mentioned is inside your traveling case, is that right? I don't think animals are allowed on board according to the rules of passage. Oh please, don't tell any of the crew. If they found my precious... Then the burly Russians would bestir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt. So reassuring, Mr. Sholmes. So reassuring. But what sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy? It is, isn't it? Maybe an adorable little rabbit? It's a snake. Ha! You credit Russia as a land with small rabbits, do you? Oh, don't they have small rabbits there then? You may well ask. I have no idea. Sholmes. You two are miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of young ballerinas as friends. Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken. In what universe do young Russian ballerinas keep a chicken? What? Really? Consider the benefits. A rousing wake-up call, daily fresh eggs, and when adversity strikes, it could satisfy the needs of sustenance. What the fuck? Thanks for the hit, Pat. So you eat your friends. I'll remember that. Not a chicken eater? Well, it would appear this friend's identity is a closely guarded secret not to be revealed. She obviously doesn't quite trust us yet. There's something I should like to show her, I think. Maybe she might be able to shed some light on it. What can we show her? We could show her maybe this one? Miss Pavlova, would you take a look at this? Okay, wrong one. Wrong one. Okay, what do we show her then? Not this. This is the diary of my friend who passed away. His diary? Yes, and he wrote in it last night before he died. Something a little unusual. It reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. And then a few minutes later, 1:35 a.m., what looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? I don't understand. It's strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he mentions joins to this cabin, you see. It's up there on the wall. In other words, this cabin and the victim's cabin are connected together. How convenient. Oh! Miss Pavlova, has something occurred to you? Does the speckled band the victim mentioned mean something to you? Or the whistling sound, perhaps? Oh. No, I don't know anything. Oh. Sus. Literally vented though. Oh? Oh no. Excuse me, Mr. Roylet. Yes? What? Wow, she's fast! Hiya. Captain would like to speak with you. You must come to Captain's quarters at once. Please. Alright, I will come now. What? You must leave now. Oh, no, it's fine. Don't mind us. Yes, please don't worry yourself, Mr. Roylet. Get out! The passengers are out! Or you want me to throw you out? It looks like we'll have to leave investigating this cabin until later. Oh, what a pity. It's a snake. It's 100% a snake. And so we lost our chance. Having still not managed to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin, we were unceremoniously chased out. That is to say, we were quite literally picked up and thrown into the passageway outside. They were actually thrown out. They were like, yeah. To be continued. Okay. I think this is a good spot to wrap it up as well. God, it's been over 3 hours. Save current progress. Let's go. Yes, save the progress. Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. Sherlock Holmes pisses me off so much. They were yeeted. And someone vented. And it was sus. So like, really? This is just a big game of Among Us. Of Among Us. It's just a huge game of Among Us, guys. It just be like that, okay? A huge game of Among Us. Sometimes it be like that. It be like that, okay? Yeah, so well then, that was fun. That was really fun. And honestly, I would love to learn more, but it is very late at my site, okay? So I will have to end here today, but don't worry, I'll be streaming tomorrow. Hopefully. I'll be streaming with Shiari. She will be carrying us on a candle run in Sky. And in the meantime, and while we are streaming, I'll be talking, but I will mostly be focusing on cutting stickers or something, okay? So it'll be a very chill stream, a chill chatting stream, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you there tomorrow, same time as tonight, okay? Good night. Yes, and of course, if you guys are interested in like the event that I'll be at this weekend and stuff, please do follow my Twitter. I will be updating everything. So yeah, okay. I will put you guys on the ending screen now. Please don't leave yet, okay? Please don't leave yet. I'll send you guys over to someone. Alright? Okay. Otsuyori. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.